There is an idea, ancient and profound, known as the perennial philosophy. It whispers a single unifying truth, that beneath the diverse surfaces of our world's great spiritual traditions, there lies a single universal wisdom, a secret river of knowledge that flows from a common source. This river surfaces at different times, in different cultures, speaking in the unique language of that era, yet its essential water is always the same. In our modern age, this river has surfaced in the most unexpected of places, the strange and bewildering world of theoretical physics, with its radical theories of a multiverse, of parallel realities, and of hidden dimensions. But what if this radical new vision is not new at all? What if it is merely a rediscovery, a translation into the language of mathematics, of a map that has existed for millennia, hidden away in the secret libraries of the soul? This is an exploration into one of the most detailed and profound of those ancient maps, the mystical tradition within Judaism known as Kabbalah. For centuries, in quiet rooms from ancient Jerusalem to medieval Spain, Kabbalists, the great spiritual cartographers of the soul, sought to understand the very architecture of creation. They were not content with the literal stories of Scripture alone. They looked deeper, searching for the underlying code, the divine blueprint from which all of reality emanates. Through deep meditation and ecstatic states of consciousness, they brought back a vision of the cosmos so complex, so multi-layered, and so stunningly elegant that it has been guarded for generations as a sacred and secret knowledge. Now let us journey from the candlelit study of the medieval mystic to the pristine white-boarded laboratory of the 21st century physicist. Here, driven by the strange paradoxes of quantum mechanics and the mind-bending equations of string theory, a new and startling vision of the cosmos has emerged. It is the theory of the multiverse. It proposes that our vast, familiar universe of galaxies and stars may be but one single bubble in an infinite ocean of other bubble universes, each with its own unique properties, perhaps even its own unique laws of physics. It suggests the existence of higher, unseen dimensions, coiled up and hidden from our senses, and parallel timelines branching off from our own with every quantum choice. To the modern mind, this sounds like the very edge of science fiction, a theory born from pure speculative mathematics. But here, on this high frontier of modern thought, we find ourselves staring at a breathtaking reflection. What if the physicist's multiverse and the Kabbalist's cosmos are two different maps of the exact same, magnificent territory? This is the profound premise we will explore. This journey is a quest to decode the hidden knowledge within ancient Jewish texts, like the Zohar and the Sefer Yetzirah, and to reveal a stunningly complex, multi-layered cosmology that powerfully resonates with, and in many ways anticipates, our most advanced scientific theories. We will discover that the Kabbalistic description of 4 distinct coexisting worlds, of 10 divine dimensions called the Sefirot, and of an infinite, unknowable source of all potential called Ein Sof, is not a primitive religious fantasy. It is a sophisticated spiritual model of a multiverse. The secret we are about to uncover is that the ancient sage and the modern physicist, separated by an ocean of time, may have arrived at the very same astonishing conclusion that the reality we inhabit is but a single page in a book of infinite worlds. This exploration is your invitation to enter the secret library of the soul and to finally read the map of that grand, multi-dimensional cosmos. If this exploration resonated with the part of you that knows there is more to reality than what we see, then our journey together has only just begun. Each week we delve into the profound mysteries of consciousness, from ancient wisdom to modern science, to help unlock the secrets of your own magnificent being. Subscribe and activate the bell to join a community of fellow navigators and seekers. Let's continue to explore the unseen together. To understand the Kabbalistic vision of the multiverse, we must begin where all creation begins, in a state of being so vast, so profound and so absolute that it precedes all thought, all form and all time. The ancient mystics called this ultimate source Ein Sof, a Hebrew phrase that translates to without end, or the infinite. Imagine not a being, not a king on a throne, but a perfect, silent and undifferentiated ocean of pure conscious potential. It is a state of absolute unity, a single unrefracted light that contains within it, in a latent and enfolded state, every possible universe, every conceivable law of physics, every soul, and every story. This is the ultimate ground of all being, the primordial mystery from which everything arises and to which everything must eventually return. In the language of modern physics, it is the startling parallel to the quantum vacuum or the pre-Big Bang singularity, a state of zero-point energy, pregnant with the potential for all possible cosmos. From this state of infinite wholeness, the first great mystery of creation unfolds. For if Ein Sof is infinite, and by definition fills all reality, how can anything else exist? Where is there room for a finite universe to be born without being instantly reabsorbed into the infinite? The Kabbalistic sages answered this profound paradox with an equally profound and beautiful concept, the tzimtzum, or the contraction. They taught that the first act of creation was not an expansion, but a withdrawal. The infinite light of Ein Sof, in an act of divine self-limitation, voluntarily contracted a portion of itself, creating a conceptual void, a space of potential within its own being. This was not a true emptiness, but a space in which the finitude of worlds and forms could exist. This sacred act of contraction is the divine exhale that makes the space for all subsequent inhales of creation. Into this newly formed conceptual space, the creative light of Ein Sof began to pour, but not chaotically. It flowed in a structured, intelligent, and orderly fashion, emanating through a series of 10 distinct vessels or lenses. These 10 emanations are the Sefirot, and they are the absolute heart of the Kabbalistic blueprint. The Sefirot are not just abstract attributes of God, they are the fundamental dimensions, the primary vibrational frequencies, the divine archetypes that provide the underlying architecture for every world, every plane of existence, and every level of consciousness. They are the sacred laws of physics for the entire multiverse. From Keter, the crown, representing the first pure point of potential emerging from the void, the light flows to Chokhmah, or wisdom, the unformed lightning flash of a divine idea. This spark is then received by Binah, or understanding, the great cosmic womb that gives the raw idea its first conceptual form. From here, creation unfolds through the interplay of opposing yet balanced forces. Chesed, the principle of boundless mercy and loving expansion, is perfectly balanced by Gevurah, the principle of severity and disciplined contraction, which gives things their boundaries and definitions. This divine pulse, this rhythm of expansion and contraction, of love and discipline, of giving and receiving, flows down through the other Sefirot, each one a unique dimension of being, until it reaches the final 10th emanation, Malkuth, the kingdom, which represents our tangible physical world. And these 10 divine dimensions are not random. They are arranged in a precise, interconnected pattern, a sacred diagram known as the Tree of Life. This is the master blueprint, the divine circuit diagram of the cosmos. It shows the precise pathways by which the creative energy of the infinite flows down from the highest, most unified source, branching through the various dimensions and levels of reality, becoming progressively denser and more complex, until it finally crystallizes as our familiar three-dimensional world. The Tree of Life is not just a symbol. For the Kabbalist, it is the very structure of your soul and the very structure of the multiverse itself. It is the ultimate expression of as above, so below. And it is this very blueprint, this multi-layered, multi-dimensional structure that gives rise to the parallel worlds we are now ready to explore. To truly comprehend this multi-layered reality, it is not enough to study the map. We must undertake the journey. The Kabbalistic sages taught that the path of wisdom is one of ascent, a conscious pilgrimage of the soul through the great planes of existence. So I invite you now not just to listen, but to participate. Find a moment of stillness, quiet your mind, and join me on a guided meditation, a journey of the imagination through the 4 magnificent worlds that constitute the whole of creation, from the most tangible earth to the most sublime, divine fire. Our journey begins where we are, in the world our senses know so well. This is Asaya, the world of action. Feel the solid ground beneath your feet, the weight of your own body, the gentle touch of the air on your skin. This is the realm of matter, of form, of separation. It is a world of breathtaking beauty, a world of doing, of building, of experiencing through the 5 sacred gateways of our senses. But from the perspective of our journey, it is the final, outermost expression of a much deeper reality. It is the last, most distant echo of the divine thought, the world where the infinite light of creation has become most dense, most contracted, most hidden. It is a beautiful and necessary classroom, but it is only the first chamber of the great cosmic temple. Now, from this solid ground, let us begin our ascent. Take a deep conscious breath, and with your inner eye, feel your awareness begin to lighten. Feel the dense solidity of the physical world soften, its hard edges becoming fluid and dreamlike. You are rising, leaving the world of fixed objects behind and ascending into the second great plane of being, Yetzirah, the world of formation. This reality is not solid, but vibrant, emotional, and symbolic. The air here is thick with feeling, and the landscape is woven from the very fabric of myth. This is the realm of the archetypes, the lower heavens, the astral plane of other traditions. Here thoughts and feelings take on a life of their own, appearing as landscapes, as strange creatures, as wise guides or challenging phantoms. This is the great workshop of the cosmic architect, the plane where the pure, abstract blueprints from the world above are given more specific shape, color, and emotional charge before they are sent down to be built in the physical world below. It is a world of pure feeling, of art, of music, of the powerful, symbolic language of the heart. Breathe again, and feel your consciousness grow lighter still. Let go now even of the rich tapestry of symbol and emotion. Let the forms dissolve. Let the colors fade, until you are ascending into a realm of pure, crystalline, silent thought. You have now entered Bariah, the world of creation. There are no images here, no sounds, no feelings as you know them. There is only pure, unadorned knowing, the serene light of the undiluted intellect. This is the realm that the mystics called the throne of God, for it is here that the very first formless seeds of creation are born. If Yetzirah was the architect's workshop filled with detailed drawings, Bariah is the architect's mind, the silent space where the first pure concept of the temple was conceived. It is a world of profound peace, of absolute clarity, a universe made not of matter or even of symbol, but of pure divine thought itself. One final time, let your awareness go. Release even the structure of thought, of knowing, of the separation between yourself and what is known. You ascend into the final, highest, and most sublime of the four worlds, Atziluth, the world of emanation. This is not a place to be described, for it is beyond all form, all thought, all relation. It is a state of being. It is a boundless, dimensionless ocean of pure, white, brilliant, conscious light. This is the world of the nearness, the plane of reality where the separation from the infinite source, Ein Sof, is almost non-existent. Here, there is no you and universe. There is only unity. Here, all the laws, all the archetypes, all the potentials exist in a perfect, harmonious, undifferentiated state of oneness. This is the soul's true home, the source from which it originally emanated, and the destination of its long pilgrimage. It is a world not of becoming, but of pure, magnificent, and eternal being. And now, from this height of perfect unity, allow your awareness to gently descend, back through the world of pure thought, back through the world of vibrant symbol, back into the familiar world of physical action. Understand now that these four worlds are not distant planets you have just visited. They are four coexisting, interpenetrating dimensions of a single unified reality. You are living in all four of them right now. Your body is in Asaya, your emotions in Yetzirah, your thoughts in Bariah, and your deepest spiritual essence, your soul, resides eternally in Atziluth. The hidden knowledge is the realization that your life is a constant multi-dimensional journey, and that by turning your awareness inward, you can consciously travel this sacred map to bring the light, healing, and wisdom of the higher worlds into this one. We have journeyed in our imagination through the four magnificent and distinct worlds that form the Kabbalistic multiverse, from the dense realm of action to the sublime realm of divine unity. It is easy to perceive this as a grand, but ultimately external, cosmology, a story about distant, inaccessible planes of being. But the most profound and practical secret of this entire system is revealed in the great Hermetic axiom that is the heart of all esoteric wisdom: as above, so below. This is not merely a statement of analogy, it is a declaration of identity. It means the vast, multi-layered architecture of the cosmos is perfectly mirrored in its entirety within the subtle architecture of your own human soul. You are a microcosm, a complete tree of life in miniature, containing within your own consciousness the blueprint of the entire divine creation. To understand this is to understand your own multi-dimensional nature. The Kabbalistic sages taught that the soul itself is not a single simple entity, but is a layered, luminous being, with different levels of its consciousness residing simultaneously in each of the four worlds. The lowest level of your soul, the nefesh or animal soul, is the life force, the animating principle of your physical body. Its consciousness is rooted entirely in Asaya, the world of action. It is the part of you that experiences physical sensation, instinct, and the tangible reality of the here and now. Above this lies the Ruach, the spirit or intellectual soul. This is the seat of your everyday personality, your reasoning mind, your emotions, your character. The consciousness of the Ruach resides primarily in Yetzirah, the world of formation, the realm of archetypes and feeling. Higher still is the Neshama, the divine soul. This is your higher mind, your seat of pure intuition, the part of you that can grasp abstract truths and connect with profound unspoken wisdom. The Neshama resides in Bariah, the world of creation, the realm of pure divine thought. And beyond even this are the most sublime levels of the soul, the Shaya, the living essence, and the Yehidiyah, the singular essence, which are rooted in Atziluth, the world of emanation, the plane of perfect unbroken unity with the infinite source, Ein Sof. What this breathtaking model reveals is that you are, at this very moment, a multi-dimensional being, living in all four universes at once. Your feet are planted in the physical soil of Asaya, while your highest self resides in the eternal divine light of Atziluth. The great challenge, and the great work of a human life, is that our everyday conscious awareness is typically focused only on the lower levels, on the Nefesh and the Ruach. We have become so hypnotized by the dramas of the physical and emotional worlds that we have forgotten our own higher nature, our own connection to the realms of pure creation and divine unity. We live in a magnificent multi-storied palace, but have confined ourselves to the basement and the ground floor, unaware of the throne room that awaits us above. Herein lies the practical, alchemical purpose of all true spiritual practice. Prayer, from this perspective, is not an act of petitioning a distant external God. It is the act of your ruach, your emotional and intellectual self, consciously turning its attention inward and upward to create a dialogue with your own neshama, your own divine soul. Meditation is the practice of stilling the chaotic noise of the lower world so that you can hear the quiet, wise whisper of your higher self. Ethical and compassionate action in the world of Asaya is not just about following a moral code, it is about purifying the vessel of your lower self, removing the static of ego, fear, and selfishness, so that the clear, luminous signal from your own superconscious levels can flow down without distortion. The purpose of this entire system, the reason this hidden knowledge is so transformative, is that it provides a map for conscious evolution. The goal is to build a bridge, an unbroken channel, between all the levels of your own being. It is to live in the physical world, but to do so with the wisdom of Bariah and the loving unity of Atziluth flowing through you. The signs and synchronicities you see are often messages sent from your own higher levels of being down to your conscious mind, guiding you, protecting you, and reminding you of the greater reality to which you belong. To live this truth is to understand that the answers you seek are not outside of you. The healing, the wisdom, the purpose, and the divine connection you long for are already present, waiting patiently in the higher chambers of your own magnificent soul. We began our journey in the secret libraries of the soul, seeking a hidden knowledge, an ancient map that might offer a deeper meaning to our existence. We found this map in the profound and intricate world of Jewish mysticism, in the sacred cosmology of the Kabbalah. We stood in awe before the concept of Ein Sof, the infinite, unknowable source of all potential, a perfect parallel to the quantum field from which physicists believe all reality springs. We witnessed the first great act of creation as the Tzimtzum, a divine contraction that made a space for our finite worlds to exist. We explored the Sefirot, the 10 divine dimensions or vibrational laws that form the very architecture of reality, a stunning mystical precursor to the hidden dimensions of modern string theory. We then embarked on a great journey, a guided meditation through the four worlds, ascending from our dense physical plane of Asaya to the fluid symbolic realm of Yetzirah, the pure intellectual domain of Bariah, and finally to the ultimate unity of Atziluth. And we discovered the most profound secret of all, that this entire cosmic map of a multi-layered, multi-dimensional multiverse is a perfect reflection of the architecture of your own magnificent soul. Here, at the culmination of our exploration, we can see the great convergence, the point where the two most powerful modes of human inquiry, mystical introspection and scientific investigation, arrive at the same breathtaking vista. The Kabbalist, through deep contemplation, mapped the inner worlds and found a multi-dimensional reality. The physicist, through complex mathematics, mapped the outer world and found a multi-dimensional reality. The mystic spoke of an unbroken chain of being, a flow of divine energy connecting all planes of existence. The scientist speaks of quantum entanglement and a unified field, a web of connection that links all particles across space and time. We are living in a miraculous age where the two paths are merging, where the ancient wisdom of the sage is being echoed in the equations of the cosmologist. The hidden knowledge is becoming open knowledge, a shared testament to a universe that is far grander, stranger, and more intelligent than we ever imagined. This realization is the great transformational call of our time. It is an invitation to shatter the illusion of a flat, one-dimensional life. You are not a creature living out a single story on a single plane of existence. You are a profoundly multidimensional being, a living, breathing ladder between worlds. Your feet walk the earth of Asaya. Your heart feels the archetypes of Yetzirah. Your mind thinks the thoughts of Bariah, and your soul rests in the eternal light of Atziluth, all at the same time. The call, then, is to become a conscious bridge, a living channel. It is to live your physical life with the awareness that it is the final, beautiful, and sacred expression of these deeper, more subtle realities. To live this way is to re-enchant your world. Every object, every event, every person ceases to be a random occurrence and is seen instead as a symbol, a message, an echo from a deeper layer of meaning. Life becomes a constant dialogue between the seen and the unseen, between your human self and your divine soul. The challenges you face are understood as lessons orchestrated by your higher self for your own growth. The moments of synchronicity and intuition are recognized as direct guidance, whispers from the higher chambers of your own being. You begin to live with a profound sense of purpose and belonging, knowing that you are a vital and necessary part of an immense, intelligent, and interconnected cosmic order. You are a microcosm of the divine, a complete and perfect hologram of the all. This is the unbroken chain of wisdom, passed down from the ancient mystics and now being rediscovered in our modern world. It is the truth that you are infinitely more vast, more powerful, and more magnificent than you have been taught to believe. You are a citizen of many universes, a traveler between dimensions, and the sacred work of your life is to bring the light and the wisdom of your highest, most divine home down into this world, and to anchor it here through your thoughts, your actions, and your love. You are a star, and within you is the light of all stars. You are a soul, and within you is the consciousness of the entire cosmos.